There's a reason golden retrievers are so popular. They are such sweet dogs. And this is Archie, and he is also a very good boy. Golden retrievers' coats are actually pretty easy to care for. You might opt to get your retriever professionally groomed, and that's great. If you do, there's a couple things to keep in mind. Don't have the coat shaved. You can trim it, just don't shave it. It can interfere with the regrowth. And then also be very specific with your groomer as to what you want, what areas you want trimmed, what areas you just want left naturally. The more communicative you are with your groomer, the more likely you are to get the groom you want. Now, it's also easy to do it yourself with just a few simple tools, and that's what we're going to cover today. The first thing we're going to talk about are the ears. Goldens are very prone to have this cottony hair behind the ears, and it tangles very easily. Archie's got a nice tangle right there already. I recommend a fine tooth comb, and that finds those. You can kind of comb through there, and that is better at finding those tangles. And I'm not going to work that knot out because we want to do that slowly and gently. But that sometimes the slicker brush will go right over those knots, so a comb works better to find those. They also have very fluffy feet, and so you want to just pull that hair from between the toes. It can also get tangled up. Pull it out like that, and then if you're going to trim it, then just let it sit upright like that, and then trim like that. You don't want to be pulling up on it as you're trimming because you could catch the skin. Another area they are prone to being extra fluffy, if we can get him to stand up. Come on, Archie, he's so comfortable, is the hip area. And some Goldens have more than others. You can use this tool, which is great. Some call it a rake, some call it a stripper, but this works good at taking the bulk out. Oh, can you stand up a little bit longer, Archie? This works great at taking the bulk out without cutting it and making it look choppy. But just be careful, you are taking hair out, so you don't want to overdo it. And a great tool to have is just a basic slicker brush, and that works well on the entire body. And then another tool you might want to have is a basic thinning shear. It doesn't have to be real expensive, but this also works great on that hip area. This works great behind the ears as well. As far as bathing goes, if you use a nice high quality shampoo, you can bathe as often as once a week. And those are just a few tips for caring for golden coats. If you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer them if I can.